Пойдем вскрывать квартиру. А может быть поговорим с этим главарем? Голова может тревожиться. Не хочешь поговорить с этим главарем?
Не, нафиг.
Не хочешь?
Так, кстати. А где тут дерево палатки? Вот он.
И у нас одно есть. Картинка прикольная.
Да, же.
У тебя какой-то план?
Хочу посмотреть. Ну, кстати, у нас концептуализация очень даже неплохая. Что-то мы там рисунок на стене не могли придумать.
Не, мне кажется, наоборот, поэтому что-то видим, будто бы там что-то было. Хотя по факту у нас уже закрашено.
Я думаю, нам силу воли нужно прокачать. Или стойкость. Хотя это тебе разное, это больше про физиологию, действительно, это про психическое.
Давай, наверное, лучше стойкость. У нас психика более-менее. Стойкость.
Да. А, это из-за этого, что ли? Странно, это вроде горячее. Интересно, все еще будет поливать тянуть.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below.
Странно. Вроде бы не впервые.
А нам, получается, надо за эту теплицу, да?
А нам нужно...
Это мы поднимемся наверх. Да, тут только наверх. Надо пойти там слева. Или ты хочешь что-то?
Мы тут разве были?
Да, да. Дверь. Мне кажется, это надо обойти слева.
Здесь?
Ага, да. Со стороны водички. Подстава.
не нравится мне, что мы сейчас будем делать.
This must be it. The basement door is weather-worn. You try to be as silent as you can. It takes a bit of rattling of the handle to finally the door unlocks. Only curiosity could account for stepping over that threshold.
Конечно же, ее. Обычно какую чушь.
Далеко.
This is the flag of Revachol, the suzerainty. This isn't just one sun, but there are little suns dancing around the big sun. This is the sevenfold sun miracle. It's an optical atmospheric anomaly the first settlers saw. Happens in cold weather. 6 small suns around the big one. This complex halo phenomena is how old Revachol got its flag. It is but one of the many strange optic atmospheric phenomenon of this wondrous archipelago. You're sure you once saw sundogs in your youth and blue flares.
The tenant is an old-fashioned guy.
By old-fashioned, he means very right-wing.
Поклониться. Отдать честь.
The lieutenant does not bow to the flag. It accepts your salute with quiet dignity. It is not my flag, he thinks. My flag is the signal blue of the zone of control.
Нам
Плюс
нужны.
логика.
A row of mugs sits on the shelf. Each one depicts a human figure. A dark-skinned woman grinning amidst mysterious symbols. A broad-shouldered man shoveling potatoes. And
Разобрать,
others.
наверное, да?
A little ring. Though cheerful, the images on the ceramic make you vaguely uncomfortable.
Можно поставить нашу.
There's something
Mhm.
disdainful in the way the curves and lines of the bodies were drawn. The images betray a lack of interest in human beings. They are merely unflattering caricatures. The owner of these mugs doesn't like people of other ethnicities very much. Anytime, the lieutenant picks up one of the mugs, then puts it back down with a look of disdain.
I'm beginning to feel better about breaking into this man's apartment.
Мгм.
Yes, your broken mug friend would feel very much at home here. The same humor, the same mocking
А
lines.
где мы нашли эту кружку?
По-моему, в мусорном баке.
There's the missing tin soldier. Whoever lives here might have used the Whirling's container to dump his trash.
М.
And now they've drawn the ire of the Union. The plot thickens, as they say.
An interesting little clue. Let's see where this goes. Clues have a way of magically connecting to other clues down the road. Perhaps you should break into apartments more often.
Да.
Who knows? I'm not expecting too much from this clothes in the trash lead either way. It might turn out to be some random local matter, but still, a nice coincidence.
Да. Такая лодка.
What's this? We're getting reports of normal, reasonable, temperate political opinions somewhere in Martinez. It's also about that, but it's also more. Perhaps it's the hangover. Perhaps it's a temporary surge of serotonin, but something tells you it's time to become a citizen of the kingdom of conscience.
Где-то у вас паспорт получаю.
I knew we could trust you. Remember, real democracy is just around the corner for Revachol. When that real democracy kicks in, we are all going to be so much happier.
Новая мысль появилась.
Дальше задача. О, отлично, просто прекрасно.
Мгм. Или наоборот пытался сбежать. С чего чемоданом. Так, и что получается? А давай проверим журнал заданий. Мгм. То есть просто открыть дверь. Блин. Теперь
И
вот
к
нужно
нему
кто-то
теперь идти.
что-то подсунет в эту квартирку. А решение что будет? Королевство совести. А, пока еще нельзя. То есть это после изучения?
Ну, наверное, да, после того, как... Почему нельзя нажать решение?
Да, видимо, реально после изучения. Мгм.
Понятно.
А. О, ну, лучше пусть будет единичка логики. Лишние минусы нам ни к чему.
Мгм.
Может там какая-то внушение. Шапка бомжа.
Да, ну, конечно, модненько.
Давай попробуем в ту дверь сверху постучаться. Вдруг в этот раз получится.
В эту?
Да, громкую.
There must be another way into the building.
Понятно, что за его в этой двери не устраивает.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
Надо еще больше. А давай поговорим с той теткой из корпорации. Мафиозный босс вроде бы согласился. Да, не согласился, дал добро.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? On the contrary, officer, there are yet camionneurs you have not talked to. And don't look so surprised. In a time like this, it would be strange if Wild Pines didn't have eyes on the harbour.
They must have someone in an overlook position near the gates.
I suggest you go back and canvass for more suspects.
А, не появится? Потому что вроде мы все обошли.
You have. And how did you like Mr. Clare?
Герой рабочего движения. Каким-то истоком капитала. Вот есть свой Карл Маркс и
Ну,
Фридрих Энгельс.
думаю, 4 ответим 8.
Of course, Detective. Excuse me for implying otherwise.
The RCM does not pick sides in this. I hope it doesn't come off any other way.
Of course. And I don't expect you to share anything he told you with me. I'm not a corrupt verm myself. However, if you felt like discussing something, how could I stop you? Are we not human? Are we not curious to hear another person's take? It's only natural. We would only be gossiping.
Intellectually speaking, it would be quite interesting to hear what she has to say about these things. Tell her she'll like you for it.
Yes, your disgusting necktie agrees completely. Let's gossip.
Да, давай. Почему нет?
Oh. That's so helpful of him.
The lieutenant looks at you, and you can swear his jaw muscle is trembling. He's
Сожги.
able to contain the anger and surprise.
Unconventional police officers sometimes lose their guns. They then go around and tell people about this to gauge their reactions. It's all part of detecting.
Incredible. Simply incredible. And how is it going? Has this detecting produced a gun? Did he now? Well, then it should be any day now. Unless, of course, he's lying to you. Anyway, was there anything else you've heard? Of course, Detective. Should something come up later down the road, don't be afraid to drop by for a chat. Until then, is there anything I can help you with?
Пока что.
Время уже, кстати, 6 часов вечера. Наш персонаж вообще в еде нуждается.
Хороший вопрос. Не спросил, что может.
Так, что за Wild Pines? Какие-то дикие сосны. Может быть, этот человек? Хотя нет, это прекрасно. Ну, либо, возможно, после разговора с ней. Какой там скрипт стригерился и появился. Окей.
A lorry stuck in the traffic.
Отличная работа, да.
Да.
The woman still
Дальнобойщица.
has her eyes fixed on the
Давай
photograph
пробуем.
in her hands. In the background, the radio plays.
If you want her attention, you may need to be more forceful.
Where am I? Who are you?
The smile on her face has disappeared, replaced by the weary aspect of a cornered beast.
Возможно, кстати, она была как раз таки.
Never mind. I remember now. I'm still stuck in that traffic jam in the 50s.
Чего? Не понимаю.
Давай третье, да?
Back in Methka, during the time of the revolution, the sidewalks and cafes are filled with the young people. I was on my way to see a new Boyadero picture starring Gabriel Buenguerro. Until you came along, that is.
Давай четвертое. Хочешь так?
Да.
I wasn't dreaming. I was there, Loman. It was early spring, and the man behind the black sun had just come out. The posters were 20 meters tall. Everything was golden. While you, people, were tearing each other apart over your petty little revolution, in Methk, it was a golden age.
The Republic of Mesk is a massive confederation on the Isola of Muindi, the world's largest state by territory. It's a petro-state, a constitutional monarchy, and, as of recently, an outcast due to its tilt to the far right.
Someone was.
Блин, явно какие-то вещества.
This is Gabriel Buenguerro.
A strikingly handsome man looks straight at you, his head crowned with a wide brim hat. His hair is dark as an oil slick, and his jaw the most perfectly chiseled thing you've ever seen. This man's got a hold over her. Even 50 years later, you can feel
Райан
it.
Гослинг.
He was the biggest star of his day. Girls used to faint in the aisles of cinema whenever he came on the screen. And schoolboys used to memorize all of his lines.
In all likelihood, it's a world that's only ever existed in her mind.
Мгм.
Why not, Harife? It's not like I have anything better to do in this hellhole.
There's something off about this woman. Tell her to show you the soles of her boots. Maybe she was at the hanging somehow.
Прям слышишь?
Подожди, вот у нее написано, что за ней на приборной панели виднеются горы сувениров. Помнишь, как в Лосте наркотики перевозили в статуэтках?
Да.
Чего-то прям это щекотит мозг. Давай, да, поаккуратно. Что вы перевозите?
Diamonds. Of course not. But wouldn't it be marvelous if I was? Whatever stupid things they put in the lorry, I imagine.
Не знаю, это реально.
I quit concerning myself with that a long time ago. Besides, I don't drive the lorry for the cargo, if you know what I mean.
Нет, я, блин, не знаю.
She says that as if something narcotic is the real
Да просто
reason.
таксует для души. Давай, наверное, третья. Не будем пока и это.
Of course it does. What did you expect?
Подошел.
She's just a distracted old woman. We should maybe let her get back to her things.
So he doesn't think she's a smuggler.
You hear that, Loman? I don't think your partner likes you spending too much time with me.
Давай второй. Да.
Oh, don't worry about me. I'm one of the best camioners around. I drive routes no one else will. Lomonosov's Land, Udashnaya Zemlya, the Western Plain. The Transcatolia Magistral. You for 1A. Autostradas do Mirador. All the good ones. The deep trenches. Where the bluebirds fly.
Я тоже в электронжете.
You're right, Loman. I'm the one who should take my health more seriously. Thank you for looking out for me.
A correct appraisal. You're quite shabby.
Is that all you woke me up to say?
Да, это подошел, да.
Now what do you want with an old woman's boots, Sheriff?
Важное тело на подошвах.
I'm starting to think you should let me get back to Gabriel Buenguerro. You are no Gabriel.
She's wearing sturdy worker's boots made of black leather. Buckles run across.
Just before Gabriel, it was the coronation of Franco Negro. Now, there was a real man.
Moreover, the boots were size 37. Tiny. There are too many discrepancies in all this.
It was. And then it was no more. And I was no longer holding my father's hand. He was no longer descending the stairs in Ryle. The crowd had gone
Что-то она
silent.
поплыла.
Perhaps it was another Herife who came and woke me up, looking at my boots, asking questions. Or perhaps it was one of the others in this carnival. I don't remember.
As she says carnival, she gestures to the empty square with the statue and the machines.
I could have told you that from just looking at them. A size is 37.
The feet of a little girl, they fit well on the pedals.
Закончи про наркотики.
What do I need drugs for, Lowman? What I see, what I feel, the great adversary, no drugs can compare.
Что за враг?
Yes, there is a protagonista and an adversario. I am on the side of the adversary. There's no coming back from that hole.
Those epithets are familiar somehow. The great adversary, the great unrest. The woman sways, her wrinkled shell back
А вдруг там
and
какой-нибудь
forth,
там
a strange
мысль
grin
разнупирает?
across her face.
Of course not. To truly understand the boyadero, you need to listen to on the western plain.
The boyadero, boya for short, is a cowherder from upstream Magritte, the great steppes of northern Mesk. He is a rugged individualist and explorer.
It's an old ballad about a young girl who falls in love with a daring boyadero. He promises to marry her as soon as he returns from the western plain. Of course not. The boyadero returns from the western plain a changed man. One night, as he and his beloved are out walking along the river Maigret, she pleads with him to give up his riding and settle down. So the boyadero strangles his beloved and throws her body in the Magritte. Then he rides off,
Что
because
какой-то
the western
артхаус ужас.
plain is calling to him.
Прекрасная песня.
You have to understand. A true boyadero needs a whole horizon to himself. He can't be tied down by man or woman. His beloved was selfish. She didn't know what it meant to love a boyadero.
Есть в каких-то странах, видимо, отдельные категории закона, не знаю, освобождающие убийцу от тюрьмы. Потому что его женщина или мужчина была эгоисткой или эгоистом.
What if to truly love a boyadero is to float lifeless downstream?
Давай спросим еще раз про наркотики. Пятый вариант.
What do I need drugs for, Lowman? What I see, what I feel, the great adversary. No. Then what were you getting at?
This line of questioning is going nowhere. Try harder.
Так, что именно вы перевозите? Давай узнаем.
You're man, Lowman. What of it?
Давай, да.
Maybe. Probably not. Makes no difference to me either way.
Реально, могут быть.
Just this month, I made half a dozen trips from Saramiriza to Grad. The U41A. What do you think they take from Saramiriza to Grad, Lowman? It's diamonds, Lowman, obviously.
Давай второй.
Easy. It's the skinny man who thinks he's a poet. Never trust a poet. Also, he's the only one I can see from here.
That's correct. There is no visibility of any of the others.
Это все мотоги.
Да, давай.
Where do you want me to go? This isn't so bad. I can listen to music, or the seagulls.
Классно.
Not
Чай,
all
все
the
слушать.
colors and the filters of this
прекрасно.
world. It's a good palate cleanser, this jamboree. Or I can just relax and let my mind carry me back where it will, to the Great Plains.
I think we're done here, no?
Yes, go. Enough jamboree. I need to get back to Meski.
Да. Какого этапа наведите?
Сколько времени осталось?
15 минут написано. Давай найдем того человека.
О.
Ну, кого он видит?
Так этого? Поэта сидящего,
Какого?
которому ключи брать.
Нет, стоп, не там,
Да,
внизу.
про него.
Он поэт?
Да, еще он ключи.
А,
Конечно.